So I think we'll start. We think we have on Zoom, and also we have another channel, which is we're live on YouTube. So we have a bunch of people already watching us on YouTube. I'm just going to start here today. I think first I want to kind of welcome everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I'll just start by sharing my screen over here. Okay, please you can see my screen here.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So I think we again, I want to very quickly introduce a little bit about who we are, what we do. So my name is Daniel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of WriterZen. We focus on building a series of tools and tool set to provide users who are wanting to build their content productions on search engines, particularly Google. So today we're looking at I want to go a bit in depth about what we actually can help you into the use case of when we crawl data from search engine, what intelligence, what intel, what kind of insight you can tell from that to help you gain a better decision-making aspect of when you start to build your content production. So here's a little briefly about WriterZen. When we're done with this, I'll go into the demo, and in demo part, I will show you a little bit of all the tool set that we have in WriterZen. So we are compiled of about five tools. The first tool is to help you find topics that have the highest possibility for you to rank relatively to the market. Second would be finding keywords. So this is where you can input your C keyword, and then we return to you thousands of different keyword ideas that you can utilize. Things that keywords that are more related to the main keyword that people search. So for example, what I mean by that is if you search for nutrition plan, the tool will return to you 6,000 other variations of keyword in which people search relating to that. For example, simple nutrition plan for workout, nutrition plan for lose weight, so on and so forth. So those are the kind of keyword ideas that we suggest. And we also show you the data that coming back from Google, for example, search volume, cost per click, and then intent, and so on and so forth. Finally, when you have all the topic and all the keyword kind of list out, we provide you with a tool called Keyword Planner. And in this Keyword Planner is where you are going to be able to explore different insight from the keyword list that you gather. So what I mean by insight is we will help you label this keyword in not only qualitative format like the search volume and cost per click, but we also help you label them in domain authority, intent, buyer journey, brands versus non-brand. So when you kind of map out this with multiple intents, multiple label, you are able to kind of start to see the picture of the target keywords that you are trying to rank for a lot easier. And also you are able to detect the kind of insight coming from the keyword that people search. That's the main theme here is, I mean, thousands and thousands of things that people search. How do you kind of make sense of them? How do you kind of figure out, oh, what do this, when people search for this keyword, what do they mean? And what type of content I can utilize so that I can meet with this coming demand from the people who searching for either my brands or the product or service that I'm serving. And finally, we have a tool set called Content Creator. And in Content Creator is the tool set where based on all the keyword plan that you already come up with, you are now able to generate automatically, either using AI or working with your team to start building that content in a way that are SEO optimized to maximize your possibility to rank on Google. So all in all, it's like a series of different tool set that helped you navigate from the beginning all the way to the end of your content production on search engine. So essentially, that's the idea of WriterZen. But for the sake of time today, I will focus mainly on the tool called Keyword Planner, which is the heart of what we provide. So I will quickly go through the demo. where I will showcase, keyword planner, keyword, from topic discovery to keyword explorer to keyword planner and then to content creator. So one of the things that we built as a team is when you engage with a different tool, it's actually quite difficult to get exactly how you can utilize it. So we actually put together a list of 15 different use cases that provide you with very helpful information where you could just utilize them when you use our keyword planner tool to find the insight you need. So it would be really greatly appreciate if you could share this link, share this webinar on your social handles, and then from there we can provide you and we will send you over the list of these 15 use cases. All right. So with that, let's start with our tool. So as you can see here, this is the dashboard of the tool. You will be able to see topic discovery, which is the first tool. This is where we provide you with different topic that you could actually help you optimize on your ranking on Google. Then you got Keyword Explorer. This is where if you input in a click, for example, earlier I was speaking to Osri, and if you just input in a keyword, for example, gaming, and in Singapore, for example, you click search, and we will be able to return to you every keyword that people search for on Google relating to your C keyword, which is gaming. And the keyword could be, playing game, gaming chair, gaming mouse, Facebook gaming, stuff like that. Starting from keyword that are as short as this to keyword that are a lot longer. For example, there's like things that are related to it, like online game, Baidu Gates, so on and so forth. So the idea of this tool is that we are able to provide you with several kind of keyword ideas. But of course, when you see all this keyword idea, a lot of things that kind of like, okay, how do you make sense of this? Like, what do people search for when they search for keyword like gaming unblocked, gaming soft, this. So what you want to do next is you kind of trying to make sense of this keyword and figure out what keyword you want to focus on, what keyword you don't, and so on. So as you can see here, for every keyword that we provide you in the ideas, we'll also provide you with data like search volume of the keyword, cost per click of the keyword, the competition of the keyword in terms of PPC, which is the Google Ads. So Google Ads mean how many people are paying money for this kind of keyword. High, for example, it means that a lot of people are actually paying for Google Ads for this type of keyword. If you click on each keyword, we'll also provide you with data from the last 12 months. So this is the 12 months moving average of the search volume of this keyword. So each month, 4,004 indicate there are 4,400 times people search for this keyword during that month, right? So that is essentially the idea of Keyword Explorer. I mean, you can start with 1, 2, 3 multiple keywords so that you compile together a list of a few thousand keywords that are relating to your industry. If it's gaming, it could be gaming chair, gaming pad, it could be online gaming, it could be mobile gaming. So with each of those keywords, you will be able to generate all the ideas, all of the other related keywords that people may have searched on the platform. All right. And then the idea is once you're done with this, you want to be able to kind of compile and plan them and then figure out all the insight of this keyword together. So that's where the tool Keyword Planner, which is the main point in which I want to go through today. So Keyword Planner essentially is the tool in which take this list of keyword. I'm going to go right here. I'll go into a sample site. Okay. So I have a sample case here. So what you will be able to see is this is, let's say, a list of keyword that you kind of curate using different tool. Keyword, be it Keyword Explorer, be it tool from other part, but then you have a list of keyword. The next thing is, do you want to be able to figure out as much insight out of this keyword as possible? And the way we do it is we don't just label them with search volume, but we also provide you with different qualitative label, like the intent of it. For example, you got 4 very fundamental intent. The first would be informational. Like if this keyword nutrition plan for athlete, APIP, is an informational intent, meaning that people, when they search this keyword, their intent is to look for information. It could be transactional, meaning that there's keyword that people, let's say, I want to purchase a nutrition plan. The intent of that keyword would be transactional, meaning that people want to purchase something, right? And then there is commercial, which is also similar to transactional. People are also looking for way to purchase those kind of product or service. So that's transactional. So each intent will provide you with an insight of what type of content you want to write for them. If people are looking for informational intent, it's a very high chance that they don't want a landing page in which tell them to purchase product, right? So, and also Google will not reward that type of content for that kind of intent as well. So for keywords that have informational intent, it is very likely that you should provide them with informational content like blog posts, long form reviews, so on and so forth. So by identify keyword by their intent, it will help you greatly to kind of figure out that kind of content angle that you can work on. Another thing we go through also is micro intent. So it's a little bit more technical. This is where with each intent, we also break it down into even smaller micro intent. So information that could be expansional or could be definition. So under information, people could be asking for the definition of the keyword. So for example, what is nutrition plan? That is an informational intent, but people are actually asking for a definition. So with definition, you will also want to kind of provide the definitive content, right? Oh, nutrition plan is something. They don't really look for comparison piece, or they don't really look for long form blog post. So by knowing micro intent of under each intent is also kind of provide you with insight over what kind of content you want to write about. Beyond that, we are also kind of, I know some of the people here today are not really technically too advanced when it comes down to SEO, but I will kind of quickly go through this. We'll also provide you with label like domain authority. So domain authority essentially means that when a keyword are being ranked for, each of these URLs, they carry a domain authority. Domain authority, you can imagine that is how strong the domain is on search engine. For example, let's say a website like Facebook or Reddit, they are typically a website that are very strong domain authority. They are popular, a lot of users, a lot of people talking about them, a lot of article writing about them, a lot of people mention their brand. It basically means that because of that, they are more well-known, and therefore their scoring of domain authority is higher. And so with a higher domain authority, it's essentially means it has a stronger DA, so stronger DA point. So with keywords that have more websites that have high domain authority ranking on top, it means that it's harder for you to compete with them. So this is essentially what we are trying to show is the angle where if you're trying to rank for a keyword, even though the keyword is great for your brand, but if that keyword are being ranked by 10 really strong domain authority website, there is a high chance that you may not be able to rank for them. So you may want to notice what keyword that provides you with not only very good tailored to your brand, tailored to what you need, but at the same time, you have a shot at beating other competition in your ranking. So as you can see here, these keywords have two weak spots. Weak spot means that in their ranking over here, there are two websites that have extremely low domain authority, and that would be this Nutrients Exercise and betterhealth.vic.gov. So by showing in the top 10 of the SERP overview, there are two weak domain authority, it means that there is a higher chance for you. If you would focus on this keyword, you will be able to maybe rank for them. So that compiled to the idea of weak spot. Weak spot means how many times in the ranking, in the SERP, which is the top 10 ranking of a keyword, that they have domain that have very low domain authority. All right. So this is the first view, which is the list of a keyword. But then there are the second view in which I want to go into is that when you look at this list of keyword, there are a lot of keyword that actually have similar semantic meaning, right? For example, nutrition plan for muscle gain and nutrition plan to gain muscle. Even though when people search for these two keywords, they type in differently, but the intent and the definition of the way what they want to search for are the same. So what you want to do with this type of keyword is you want to be able to group those keywords that have similar semantic meaning like this together, so that when you write your piece of content, you kind of are able to target both instead of like targeting just one. Okay, so the key to that is the process called keyword clustering. And keyword clustering means that we have our algorithm where we go through this process and we'll pick out keyword that have almost exactly the same semantic meaning, and we group them together. And the way we group them is we group them with the process called subposition. And subposition essentially means that we look at the top 10 position of each of this keyword. So for example, the first keyword, which is nutrition plan for muscle gain, this is the top 10 position ranking for the keyword. And this is nutrition plan to gain muscle. This is the top 10 position. And what you notice is they have very similar top 10 position, almost identical. So when two keywords have identical sub overview results, they essentially means that you can group them together. And that's the process, what we call cluster keyword with subposition algorithm. So the view will look like this. And so as you can see here, this is all the list of the cluster in which we contain keyword that have similar subposition together. Muscle gain diet 7-day, meal plan for muscle gain and fat loss, 7-day meal plan for muscle gain and fat loss. So when you look at it this way, we provide you with a very fast way to kind of compile keyword, similar keyword in different cluster. And from each cluster, we will then help you to kind of generate content. For example, if you have a piece of content and you see that, okay, if people are looking for muscle gain diet from 7 days, that very much align with my brand position and what our service provide. Then what you can do is, instead of writing a piece of content that only focus on this single keyword, you can contain in your content, let's say is the blog post telling people how to gain muscle diet plan in 7 days, 2,000 word. You want to include all of these keywords together. And by including all these keywords in your piece of content, you gain a higher possibility to rank for all of these keywords instead of just ranking for a single keyword, which is muscle gain diet for 7 days. So instead of, if you look at this keyword, you will see that the search volume is only 1,003. But if you would be able to rank for all of these keywords, then the total search volume you can capture is then 5,350. And so which is give you an absolute saving in terms of your effort, cost, money, and then also time. So that is the first things that we help you to do. Label keyword in a different dimension, which is qualitative. And then we also help you with clustering keyword that have similar semantic meaning. So those are the first two things that we help you. Well, we do a step further in here where we are now, let's say you have a list of keyword like this, and you want to figure out, okay, what are the top 5 domains doing? Because you want to know what your top competitor in this group of keyword that you are targeting, that they are doing, and whether or not you are actually competing in the same zone that they do. Because most of the time when you pick a list of keyword, let's say 3,000 keyword, you will want to know who are the top player, like top 5 player in that domain, in that list of keyword, and what do they do. Most of the time, they will capture roughly about 20 to 30% of the list of the keyword. And with the list of the keyword and they capture that much, it also means that they are what we call topical authority in that list of keyword. So when you identify the list of top 5 domain, that is the first use case, is we helped you to identify those top 5 domain and also what cluster and what keyword they are actually capturing for. And from there, you can identify, okay, those are the topical authority cluster I want to cover in terms of the content. So what you can do from here is you click on a filter up here. This is a list of all the filter we provide. If you click on domain, we're listing out to you all the domain over here that are top ranking in the list of keyword that you have. Okay. So for example, over here, you got 1,788 domains ranking for, but the top 5 domain, they are over here and they capture about, each of them on average capture about 32% of the total search volume of this, whole market size, which is, as you can see, about 2,000 keyword. So if you click on each of this domain, so here's the top 5, click on add filter, include all the cluster that any of these 5 domain are ranked for any keyword, for example. Click apply change. Now, what you see here is the list of all the cluster that the top 5 domains ranking for this are ranking, for. So if these are all the list of the cluster, then you want to be able to figure out, okay, what am I missing out of this? Am I covering all the cluster that the top 5 are covering? Because you want to be able to make sure that you are covering the cluster that all the top 5 are covering right now. So if you look at this, you can actually click on select topic, and then you click on this button over here that's called show insight. Click on it and you'll be able to see section overview. And at the section overview, you'll be able to see, okay, the top 5 domain are ranking for 55 cluster and about 296 keyword out of the whole 1,909. So out of them, as you can see here, this is the top 5. Okay. So in there, 97% of the keyword that they are ranking for are informational. So these are really important insight. What you look for here is that, okay, most of the top ranking domain in this in this group of keyword, they are ranking for informational intent keyword. So therefore, if I want to be able to win this market, the first thing I want to do is I want to resemble what they do. I want to show Google that I'm also targeting informational keyword. I'm also targeting all the cluster in which the top 5 domains are targeting. You want to signal Google in a way that you tell them that, look, I understand what you're doing. I understand why you're picking these guys, and I am also with them. And so that's the first step you want to do, is cover the topic in which represents you as topical authority in this list of keyword. So therefore, first, it has to be informational, and then you want to follow what they have over here. Now, the next step here is, let's say your domain is somewhere eatthismuch.com. So let's say your domain is eatthismuch, and you want to be able to move up the chain. You want to be able to figure out all the cluster in which the top 5 are ranking for and you are not ranking for. So what you do is you click on add filter. You will exclude all the cluster that your domain, which is earlier we choose eatthismuch.com, rank for any keyword, and then you click apply, and right away these are all the cluster. Obviously these guys are not really targeting the keyword that will help them with domain authority, because we're leaving them quite a lot of cluster that they have to cover. So these are all the cluster that the top 5 domain in this list of keyword are ranking for and ranking at the top, and the website which you want to focus on. So you can use the feature called domains focus, and you focus on that domain that you your domain that you have over here, eat this much. Click focus on domain, and right away you'll be able to see you are not ranking for any of this cluster. Okay, so what you will do next is you take out all this cluster and you want to generate the content for it. So that's the first use case that you can utilize with Keyword Planner, which is identify very quickly topical authority domains, and right away identify what cluster and keyword they are covering that help them to get to that status, and then identify what are cluster and keyword in which you are not covering from the cluster they are already ranked for. So you want to be able to maintain, you want to be able to see that. And the first thing you want to do is you want to be able to generate the content to cover all this cluster that you are missing out. So that's the first things that our tool could help you to do. So if you once you identify the things that you want to create cluster, very simple, you will click over here, which is suggest content brief, and then we will actually provide you based on the cluster here, based on the content, based on the keyword. We're actually going to help you to create a content angle, a simple and effective nutrient plan for this. We'll show you the target audience. We'll show you author perspective, the writing tone, and the content format of this. So these are all the things that we suggest you to write in order for you to kind of win and cover the content of this cluster. Right? So that is the first use case that you can utilize Keyword Planner for. The second use case is quite simple. Is to be able to identify the cluster in which you can improve and optimize upon. So, in some of this domain, you as the domain owner, some of this cluster, you as domain owner, sometimes you only rank for a few keywords out of, like, let's say over here for this cluster, you rank for maybe 2 keywords out of, over here, as you can see, out of, 10 keywords or 55 keywords. You only rank for 3. So you want to identify the cluster in which you capture only a few keywords, and then you want to kind of focus on it to make sure that you capture the rest of the keyword as well. So what you can do is simply click on domain focus, and again, go into, let's say your domain is this much, click on focus domain. You then click on the button over here, filter by volume, and you click on capture keyword. Capture keyword, what essentially it means is we will show you the list of all the cluster in which you have keyword in there that you have captured, right? And over here, it show you that you capture 35 out of 55 keyword. So eatthismuch.com, your average ranking is 3.6, but then there are a bunch of the keyword in this that you have not captured at all. So if you click on here, you're not capturing this. Let's say you go into, so this one, for example. So this one, for example, you have captured 5 out of 6 keyword. So when you look at the when you look at the inside this way, you will actually right away be able to identify a spot in which you can optimize for your content. I know right away that if I can optimize this content for this keyword, 1800 calorie meal plan, high protein, I will be able to, instead of just capturing for 1,200 search volume, I'll be able to capture about 1,400 search volume. So again, same thing with this one. I want to be able to, you want to be able to go in here. So if I click on it, I'll see that this is it this much. This is my blog post. I highlighted over here. And I could kind of go in there and review the content and optimize the content in a way that will actually help me to gain all the all the traffic that I'll be able to get from here. All right. So that is another kind of use case that you can utilize WriterZen for. So the first, I want to reiterate a little bit. The first use case is very quickly you are able to identify the top ranking domain and top ranking topical authority in your targeted keyword list, and then replicate your content so that you covering all the cluster and keyword that they are covering. Okay, so that's the first things. Very quickly you are able to identify that. The second thing is very quickly you are able to identify cluster in which you are not fully optimized. So there are cluster of keyword in which you rank for a few of the keyword and not all the keyword. And very, quite easily you can be able to show that quickly over here. And then, one of the things you can do next is, let's say you you click on eat this much, add the filter, include all the cluster that you are ranked for, and apart the cluster, click apply, and right away here's what you will see is the list of all the cluster that you are ranked for a part of the cluster. So for example, this one is extremely under optimized. Like what you can do is you can rewrite this entire article, and you are trying to target the rest of the keyword and then gain the 2000 search volume that you are missing out. So it's very powerful sort of features. I want to kind of share a little bit. We have 15 different use cases that we come out as a company. There are several other use cases you can utilize from all this data, but there are 15 most popular use case in which we have came up with, and then we have attached in a booklet, online PDF. We'll send to those who are joining this webinar today later on. So what I'm doing right here is I just do a very quick showcase of some of the most popular use case that we build and we have. Okay, so the final thing here is, because we are able to rank for, or we are able to stop focusing, we are able to identify the domain authority for each of the keyword. One of the things you can very quickly do is you can use our filter called weak spot, and by clicking on weak spot, you are very quickly able to find keyword that have or cluster that have weak spot in it. So let's say if I click on 3, instantly you'll be able to see keyword that are easier to rank, like for example 1200 calorie Indian vegetarian diet plan, which is a great keyword to target. And you have 3 weak spot in here, as you can see here, which is 3 domain that have very low domain authority on it, right? So another thing that you can utilize with our domain filter is the fact that you can very quickly, using our domain filter over here, and then search for, add a filter rule, include cluster that social media website are ranking for. So for example, I look for Facebook, Twitter, and then YouTube, applied, and then I want to see this keyword rank in from top 1 to 5. So my assumption is that if any keyword that have this type of domain ranking in the top 5, there's a high chance for me that I could utilize this keyword. I could rank for this keyword. Okay, so I click applied, and right away what I see is these are all the list of content. As you can see here, YouTube ranking on the top. So this also, as you can see, it reflects also the domain authority ranking for the keyword. Okay, so again, these are another use case in which you can utilizing our domain filter to figure out right away keywords that are easy to rank, which spot that you can actually capture, identify domain authority so that you can cover. And then finally is to optimize on the keyword in which you are ranking partially, so you can actually optimize to get better capture volume. All right. So with that built-in case, so sorry, there's some people that are coming in a bit late. We already gone through 3 of the use case of the 2 today, but we'll make sure to send you a copy of this presentation so that you can catch up. What I was sharing earlier is that our domain, our keyword planner, with exceptionally very complex ability to label things, we helped you with 15 different use cases, from finding topical authority very quickly and identify the top ranking domain so that you can cover the cluster and keyword in which that you can gain topical authority. To second use case would be to optimize on the cluster in which you are already ranked for, and then you could just rewrite the content so that you can earn a much more search volume that you haven't captured in the past. And finally, which is just to identify very quickly which spot, low domain authority, keyword that are ranked for by social media platform like Facebook or YouTube, so that you can actually capitalize on those. Those are 3 use cases, but we have a booklet that contains 15 different use cases of how you can utilize Keyword Planner for your insight, your keyword insight. It's a very unique way of doing keyword insight, keyword research using insight and cluster and domain filter. There are no other tool in the market that I should provide at the moment. All right. So with that entail, once you kind of done with this, the tool provides you with end-to-end content production. It means that we provide you from researching topic to researching keyword to extracting keyword insight and organize those keyword, and eventually is to just write content that are SEO optimized. So the final step is, let's say you have a list of keyword here that you want to target and you want to write content. You can just simply click on create article. And when you click on create article, what will provide to you here is just content brief. You can do some setup, choose the project that you want to work on. Let's say, this is the project that I want to be on. Choose the select English and, the language and the location that you are target on. Let's say I target on US market. All right, you can utilize our AI assistant. I want the AI to write article title, description, and outline. You can click on advanced setting, and over here we already include the keyword for you. And you can import more keyword from list. You can utilize our advanced algorithm to suggest more keyword from your competition and then from other source of keyword on Google Keywords database to utilize for your things. You can set the priority of the article. You can set up deadline for the article itself. And then from there, you can also share access to your writer. Let's say over here, I have this member of my team I want to share access to. The share access work exactly like Google Docs. So as you can see here, once I'm done with it, I can just click on create. And then the moment you click create, what's next is you can generate it into this content creator. And in content creator, this is where kind of like Surfer SEO, if you know about Surfer SEO or some other SEO content writing, we provide you with all of the insight from domain, from your competition, and then from content writing. So you can do all of that using our content creator. So as you can see here, the things are done already. Over here, step one, as you can see, we break it down in process in 3 steps: building outline, including keyword, and then content writing. So in building outline, you click on this, you'll be able to see the outline of each of your competitor. You can even click on full view to see the full view of what they are writing, the content of their content, the content of their blog post. And then you can actually building the outline using our AI as well. So you click on this. This is the title, this is the description. Based on it, we help you build the outline. You can move the outline around. You can click on each of this content, domain, competitor, and then, kind of choosing what you like in it, and then add it into your outline as well. So very easy to use. We also provide you with a keyword and topic that from Google, for example, topic people discuss on Google and how people compare things. And then we provide you with Reddit API. This is the topic that Reddit people are talking about. And with the latest update from Google Core, this is a very important part. This is where you want to make sure that you cover the kind of topic that are also mentioned on Reddit, because in the latest update from Google Core, Reddit and Quora seems to be the main winner of this update, in which they are kind of showing that Google is moving into a more directional of user-generated content rather than simple blog posts. So in order for you to balance this out, I think one of the key is you want to be able to figure out exactly what topic are actually being mentioned on Reddit. And then from there, you integrate that into your content so that you have a better chance for you to beat your competitor. Okay, so once you're done with this, you go into set up your keyword just like any other tool. We'll provide you with list of keyword in which our tool suggests that we think that give you the highest chance for you to win. I mean, for the sake of time, I can't really go into deep into all the details, but you can actually sign up for an account with WriterZen and then go in there and try all of this. I mean, the tool is extremely comprehensive for everything content writing. So again, in here, what you'll see is just the layout of a content writing blog, platform. So this is the layout of it. This is the title and description. And then this is the scoring system. We show you some analysis of what it is. You have the outlines over here. You have keyword that you need to include. You have insight from your competitor. You also have questions on Reddit and things that people ask. You can also leave comments. So for example, if over here, I want people to, I want this to kind of write my content. Outline here. I can click on write all for me using this outline. So let's say, I want to, okay, why don't you, I asked the AI to write the things for me. Of course, I wouldn't recommend you guys not to try to write everything using AI. And what you want to use AI to kind of work on your outlines and then make sure you add your own user generated own insight, because that's very important with the ranking in future. So once you highlight this, you also, have AI to help you write next sentence, next paragraph. You can rewrite things. And when you click on rewrite, you can replace. So extremely comprehensive. Everything's all in one over here. You could actually comment on it and then tag people, who are using the tool, your team member, telling them that you need to change this and fix that. So all of that are everything in one single package. So you can just imagine, right? Our tool is enterprise level, world class. We have, company like Standard Chartered Singapore, Standard Chartered Global using our company, using our tool. We have big fintech like Aspire using our tool. We have company like Mediacom from UK are using our tool. So on the highest level of enterprise software, you have a keyword research tool, you have a keyword insight and intelligence tool, and then you have a content creator tool, all work in synchronized together to kind of cover all of your content production need. And we understand how horrible and how bad the economy has been all around the world, and particularly with SEO, effort that people are trying to do. So one of the things that we are trying to do is that we creating a new way of offer during this time to help people that are wanting to still invest in their organic marketing effort, but at the same time, they don't want to spend overspending monthly use case, monthly subscription for tool. And that's the reason why we are offering a lifetime deal subscription at the moment. It's very short time, it's like 1 month. And that's the reason we are doing this, to help you kind of get to know the tool and also get to know the deals that we are offering. This one is very limited time, and we offer it to support people that are wanting to still invest in their organic traffic, but at the same time, you don't want to break your bank. So that is essentially the idea behind WriterZen and what we're doing here at the moment. And it's a quick demo of what our tool can do. So again, you come in here, you'll be able to utilize topic discovery, keyword explorer, keyword planner, content creator, and we also have plagiarism checker in it as well. So that's the overview of the tool, and also the overview of the deals in which we are running right now. I think we are running the deal till the end of this month or next month. So with that entails, I think this is the sort of the end of our presentation. Let me know if you have any questions. I think we are live also from YouTube platform as well. So anything that you guys wanted to ask me, or regarding the deals, or regarding WriterZen, or regarding the state of SEO at the moment? All right, it seems that we have a couple questions coming in over here. Let me move the screen over. Well, the first question is there a tool within WriterZen where it suggests internal linking between related articles or anchor text of replacement? I think at the moment we have not. I think that's one of the features that we will put into place with our product team. But at the moment we do not have that. I think that features will comes when we start having Google Search Console link. So once you are able to integrate with Google Search Console, we'll be able to kind of right away know your related articles as well as your anchor text replacement, and then we'll actually integrate that in there. Not related to Keyword Planner, but I think WriterZen should add long form content option to Content Creator. I think we already have that in Content Creator. We also have the create article, but at the same time, I would highly cautious you guys that you shouldn't be over invest in AI generated content at the moment. Make sure that you have extremely strong content coming from your own generated things. We have two questions or so. Can we use the lifetime deal to upgrade our current accounts? Yes, you can actually. So right now, let's say if you have a subscription account, the lifetime deal will actually appear to you as well. So you just come in there to your pricing. Actually, you could ask, you can leave your email, and one of our support will come and help you to get on board. But one of the ways is just to simply go into our pricing page, and then you will be lead to our lifetime deal page at the moment. And then so instead of paying for subscription, you can just pay for our lifetime deal and utilize it. Utilize it during this time. Honestly, I think that this is one of those times that I think you really should utilize it to continue to invest on your organic marketing effort, making sure that your website still remain relevant, but not breaking your bank. All right. Can we see the content SEO score in the content writing feature? Yes, you can. So as you can see here, this is the overall score, which is the content writing score. So, once I wrote this, I use AI to write this, right away, the overall score go from F to B. So we score by headings, paragraph, the amount of image, the amount of word count. Also, we will help you to show some analysis over here where you show you some problems and then the good result that you do, some improvement in which you need to do as well. So those are the scoring will actually show you some analysis that you can invest in and improve and optimize your content. Okay, I think the final questions here. Someone just starting with WriterZen Keyword Planner, what are some top 3 tips you would give to get the most out of the tool? I think the top 3 is the use case in which I just demoed earlier. For those who came in late, our team will actually send out the recording of this demo. So in the demo, I actually show you 3 extremely useful and the most popular use case that people are using WriterZen Keyword Planner for. First is to very quickly identify topical authority domain and then figure out your content gap between you and them so that you can fill that gap as quickly as possible, because you want to be able to establish your content topical authority very quickly in the keyword list that you target. And the second thing is the tool will help you to identify very quickly list of keyword, a list of cluster in which you ranking part of it. So let's say there's a cluster in which there's a 7 keyword that have similar ranking position, similar sub-position, ranking 4, and then you rank for only 3. So it means that you can optimize it by include the other 4 in your content and quickly optimize it so that you gain the search volume of all 4. So extremely fast, and based on our experience, you can quickly gain roughly about 40% of your search volume capture by just utilizing the missing keyword in the cluster that you already ranked for part of. Okay, so finally is just utilize our weak spot, low DA, filter to quickly identify the keyword that you can easily rank for. We have 15 use cases that are extremely relevant for people to do organic marketing, content production. It's compiled in a booklet that our team will send to you after this webinar. All right, so make sure you leave your emails and then we will send it to your inbox. 15 different use cases. And to those who have not tried WriterZen, make sure you give it a shot. Go in there and then can you actually utilize we have very, very comprehensive training platforms. So over here you can see that you can click on this button and then you will see all of the training, the key features, and so on and so on. There's another suggestion in which we should add image creation feature in content writing. I agree. So that's one of the features we are thinking of embedding soon in near future. All right. So I think that is that with our presentation today. Thank you very much for attending. If you have any other questions, just let me know, throw in the chat, or yeah, put it in the comments on our YouTube channel. If not, I'll be sure to have our staff send over the recording of this, and also send over the booklet, including the 15 use cases. Those who are interested in our lifetime deal, please, shoot us. You just go over to our pricing page, and you will right away see the platform, the pricing, and all that. And that, I mean, I really hope that would help you guys tremendously during this time of horrible economic downfall. Yeah. So thank you, Asad. Okay, our team will take note on that. All right. Really appreciate everyone who have joined in our live stream today. I hope to, and I look forward to deliver to you guys those use cases. And also I wish you guys the best. I hope to see you guys in the next webinar.